Avast, ye scurvy dogs, and welcome back to another episode of Starfleet Command, Orion Pirates Plus Mod, the Ruined Throat Edition. Yes, as I said in the last episode, I have recently come back from Adepticon, and my voice is mostly shot. So we're just gonna have to put up with this. So I am Rear Admiral Derek of the Light Cruiser Neuromancer, as well as our little dog, the Pfeiffer's Song, as we continue our campaign against the Tigerheart Cartel. And things have been looking up since we picked up the Pfeiffer's Song, but has been kicked and names have been taken, and we are finally starting to get our first foothold here into Tigerheart territory. We actually hold this station here at 5-4. It is ours properly, and we're going to continue to put the pressure here on this planet here. So let us continue our operations and go and attempt to destroy some things. So yes, things as of late have been going reasonably well. We've managed to get a steady chain of increasing ship sizes, and eventually we will be able to someday move into our BCH2 when it ever starts to show up. In the meantime, we are stuck in our little light cruiser along with, Pfeiffer's Song, which is gigantic and huge and hilarious. So we're just going to cruise on into the area. It is a standard patrol mission, and we'll just have to wait and accelerate time until the enemy actually shows up. So hitting the acceleration, there it is. It's an FHL, a freighter. So no real challenge in this one. Let's just get the shields up to a full reinforcement to the front. If they don't suddenly show up with a battlecruiser or something, we've got this pretty much in the bag. Coming over here to the power requirements, and we're just going to sap all of this power so we can get going there a little bit faster. And I don't see really any reason not to just zoom on in here. All up and select, we're just going to wait till we hit a range of 0, pile everything we've got into them, because unless you suddenly have plasma torpedoes or something, we have no fear. There we go. And just a one nice little pass and done. 1 minute and 4 and 5 and 1 minute and 5 seconds, although about 4.5, 5 of those seconds were mostly the game catching up with the fact that we already won. So let's see how much prestige I have with. I can't imagine as much. Yeah, 92. I was expecting even less, to be completely honest. But nope, they decided to reward us fairly well for that. And we're going to go on an Enigma mission. I am not a fan of convoy raids. Even though we now have Pfeiffer's Song, which is huge, powerful, and amazing, I would like to avoid those missions. So we'll hit the red alert. There is indeed a light cruiser off in that direction. Set the system to overload, because we need to hit it with as much firepower as possible when we get a chance. Pfeiffer, of course, will begin to engage from well beyond our traditional range, so we'll just have to keep an eye out on that. Enemy has not yet shown itself, although they will very shortly. There they are. It is a single heavy cruiser for the Orion faction, and according to the fleet screen, you are a HRR, the Bloody Something, and this is the CWX something or other. Turns out that there is a reason why there's question mark for a lot of these settings. Turns out that during the most recent patch, a small oversight with the ship names was had, but I anticipate that being a relatively simple fix, as I will take a little bit of time shortly to go in and find whatever folders I need to move, and we will have ship names again, which, will be fun. Was, of course, a little bit of just a thank you job to bring Orion Pirates Plus over to the new fan patch. So, of course, there's always going to be little things that slip through. So we'll just look forward to when those things get fixed. Or, fix them ourselves. As, again, don't anticipate it being too difficult to fix. It's probably literally just one file that needs to be moved into the right spot. So, I may put a little bit of time and effort into trying to find that while my voice is still recovered. So the Bloody Gloves, of course, doing a nice little pirouette maneuver there, reversing his direction, and he will now start to focus on us. He's done it again. Not sure why he would do that, but it's his choice. As we pass on over him, our Gatling phasers should be able to get involved, doing 10 damage on there, and a couple more phasers, and unfortunately we weren't able to get the other Gatling phasers armed in time before we got out of range. They are, of course, limited to a range of 3, just to make sure that you actually use them at a range where they will actually deal damage. In the base game, you can fire them out to, I think, around like 12 or 15. They just won't do anything from that range. And the AI especially is bad at shooting at targets at basically maximum range, and so they never have their Gatling phasers available. And we have seen just how incredibly deadly Gatling phasers can be when used in close-range assault. Throughout our entire Federation campaign, we've made extensive use of sort of whiplash maneuver, using our stern defensive phaser Gs whenever we did an overrun. And so the fact that the AI did not have access to those sorts of weapons for quite some time until the mod came along is kind of important. So another tile neutralized. Excellent. We'll continue to put the pressure on here just as soon as we patch up just a little bit here. I don't think we need to buy any parts. We do, a couple of them. Not too many, but enough to keep you on your toes. And we'll go over to here to the shipyard. Or again, we're looking for a BCH-2 because it's got PPDs. And that's pretty much the only reason. There's the BRH-2, which is essentially the same thing, just in a weaker hull. I mean, it's got less shields. It has less power. It's just not as good. So we will, of course, wait and keep an eye on until the BCH-2 comes out. So another patrol to ready to rock and roll on. And hit that ready key. So we'll begin our operations as normal. Systems to overload. We know the deal by now. Just pick up the pace and get in on the enemy. Cause as much havoc and chaos as we can. Increase the speed of time to maximum. That way we can just get into the fight as soon as possible. I'd like to actually start making some more considerable progress than we normally do. And that's one of the ways we can do it. Just by increasing the speed of time. Come over here to the power system so that we can start sapping from that and know exactly how much power we're taking. So far, only one light cruiser. I am anticipating more ships. Frankly, I'm anticipating more dreadnoughts. I mean, we do have technically a battle cruiser with us. At least what the game considers a battle cruiser. The giant sun glider that we have is quite nice. 3.1 points of energy in the forward shield. Does take most of that. However, his disruptor fire was pretty accurate, and he did knock that down by quite a bit. We're going to drop some speed. Oh, we're going to have to block this. Unfortunately, it's not going to do all that great. Forward shield held, point blank range, hit it with everything we got, passed on through, managed to cause 63 damage, and I'm hoping the sun glider gets a nice good shot here. He does. The Gatling phaser is just cutting right on through his hull. The Raker, not having a good day at all. Those 360-degree mounts and the angled mounts. He's about to fire again with those phaser force from this range. It's going to be pretty devastating. He does something in the neighborhood of 40 damage when he fires at any rate. And curling on in here, make sure we need to slow down just a little bit so that we can get our phasers online in time. As we'll pull in on his stern, we do have the little pseudo frigates. They're coming around towards us. And there we go. Nice simple patrol with our beloved monster. Really, it's a lot of fun to have one of these things. So how much prestige was that worth? I can't imagine too much. Again, not exactly the most dangerous thing. I mean, when you've got a sun glider around, it's just like Borsteel said. It's like having a dog that eats ships. If you haven't seen that comment, go check it out. It literally, I checked it while I was at work because my phone buzzed and said, hey, you got a notification. I laughed out loud in the middle of work. It was hilarious. So we're going to go to the supply. Again, patch up the random damage that just seems to occur. And we got an LCL, which is a living cage pig. I'm not interested in it, mainly because it doesn't have shields. It's only got 4 Hellbores. That's not super sustainable. CX1, this is the introduction of 3 Hellbores, 2 Missile Wrecks, 2 Phaser Gs, 10 Phaser Xs. That's actually not bad. That's pretty nice, actually. I wish I knew what his shield status was. We may buy that. It may break the game, but we may buy that. Curl down a little bit more. 2,000 for an HTW, whatever. No, I think we're going to hold out a little bit longer. We really do want our... we really want a battlecruiser. Or, you know, a Godfather-class dreadnought. That would be hilarious. Again, red alert, overload, the whole 9 yards. Set that up, forward shield to the maximum reinforce that we can get going. And, yeah, just killing time. Maximum speed of time as we drift along through. Nice little pirate patrol. Partially because, you know, they don't let us actually act like pirates on convoy raids, which is a little annoying. Because, you know, pirates, you don't try and kill your target, you try and steal your target. If you ever want a great rendition of what it's like to be a pirate, I say great, but I mean a very cartoony version, Sid Meier's Pirate. Fantastic game, and kind of emphasizes, generally you don't want to kill what you're trying to steal. Doesn't ooh, there he goes, with his pseudo-frigates that he has now deployed there, ready to rock. All weapon systems ready to roll, and we're going to slow down, make sure we get that forward shield buffed up to a pretty decent degree. There comes oh, he's doubled up on this, so slow way down. Let's see if we can't get as much energy as we can, and fire a little bit early. Only did 44 damage to him. We gotta pull away, make sure that these pseudo-frigates don't have a shot on that forward shield, because they will cut through us pretty badly. We're at a range of 14 right now, so not too bad. And the rippling bank, yeah. As soon as he passes to the other arc, Pfeiffer was just gonna rip him apart, and he has. His engine speed is just tumbling down to 5.2. Most of his systems are knocked offline. Really, he's just about 1 pass away from being completely destroyed. 1 pass which we intend to provide. We are being chased, however. They're only making a speed of around 14, 15, so they're only just starting their overtake at this point. And our fusion cannon is now starting to charge, so it did take away quite a bit of energy from our system. Long-range phaser fire from the pseudo frigates dealing a little bit of damage, not too much at this point, although we are not reinforcing, so we're just taking it out of us, or the stern in this case. However, their mothership not quite able to handle the pressure. Pfeiffer is just too much of a beast for them to take on. And our little light cruiser able to take advantage of that. So another mission complete, another little bit of cash in our pocket, but that's not why we're doing this at this point. I know, heresy. The real reason why we're doing this is because we want to neutralize / take this planet, which has a cartel defense of 10, so we may take it very shortly. So we'll do a quick repair, and back to the map, pop over to in here. Maybe we'll actually steal this at some point, hopefully sometime soon. It's a convoy raid. We don't have a choice. We must chase after the convoy. Hopefully Pfeiffer will be well equipped to do it. So a single Lyran convoy out there will increase the speed. We've got a freighter, a freighter, a freighter, a freighter, and a freighter at this point. So it doesn't appear to be any actual enemies yet for us to handle. Set this system to overload so that we can get as much energy as we need. And are they traveling away from us? They are indeed. So we're coming up on them from the stern with our monster. And just gonna lay into them. Wait until we get some energy so we can start really pumping up the speed. I believe the monster has a maximum speed of 25. She can't go any faster than that. When she tries, well, she fails. So that's our maximum speed right there. Do we actually... There it is. That's the escort. It's a single light cruiser, so probably one of the units that we've been seeing. Are you a heavy war destroyer? You're a JGPMF. So no, you are not a heavy war destroyer. You might be an actual light cruiser for once. So we're just trying to get out ahead of this convoy. Only able to do a speed of 27.61 while charging the heavy weapons. And I'm tempted to turn back, but I think Pfeiffer's got this one. So, Pfeiffer, go kill. Sick him. And we're just going to cruise on in right for the convoy. I don't see any reason why not. The sooner we start actually killing these things, the better we'll be off. Now, this convoy, unfortunately, has quite a few, like, actual ships that are, like, frigates, except they've been tapped to be convoy patrol vessels, or not convoy patrol, but little freighters, which can be a little bit annoying to deal with. Not for any specific reason, just because, you know, they're a little bit tougher than your average freighter, and then we've got to deal with that. Slow way down, get right on top of them, range of 0, and wait for it, now. There we go, just enough energy to punch through. That's one of the freighters down, and Pfeiffer is not engaging, you know, everything else in the universe, which is a little annoying. Pfeiffer, I'd like you to go try and kill that JGPMF, whatever. It's close enough to an alphabet soup, though not quite. So if you could turn around and like kill them, you have the phasers to do so. We're just going to chase after this next one up front. By the time we get there, our phasers should be ready to go. Unfortunately, we don't have a ton of energy in the forward shields. Oh. Didn't realize that you were packing missiles and actually going to use them. There's a lot of times when they don't do that. Increase speed time, slow down the ship. You took out my forward shield. I'm really not happy with you. So a whole bunch of... Well, 2 again. And we were able to turn away, which kept our opened up forward shield. I've noticed that the enemy convoys, when we are flying as pirates, tend to be way more aggressive than normal. It just seems to be kind of annoying. There Pfeiffer goes, taking out one of the pseudo frigates. Doesn't really care. A monster in the middle of this convoy is just a bad day for, well, them. Not us. Really good day for us, actually. As we'll wait for those phases to come back online and hopefully cause enough damage to make him stop being able to actually annoy us. Phasers are almost ready to go, and we're ready. I just want to get ready. Well, if Pfeiffer's going to open them up, no sense in waiting. Pfeiffer just gutting the enemy. No concerns whatsoever. An FT-1R is our next target, mainly because this FCR is 1, further back, and 2, less likely to actually fight us. I know, it's weird. It's an actual frigate, but it's a little bit less likely to fight us than one of these things. We got a little bit lucky with that first disruptor blast and managed to miss us, although the second one managed to take out our G-type phaser, which is not good. We like to keep those things intact. We're going to have to come home at some point and patch things up, although, being pirates, we are, of course, able to make use of any repair facility, which is very handy. Sounds like Pfeiffer managed to kill another thing. Good job. You're managing to crush everything that we need you to. And we're just going to drift along, hit him with the stern firing weapons as soon as we can. And a little more. There you go. There we go. Blast the convoys. And now it's just to kill the convoy escort who failed to do his job. He has been plinking away at Pfeiffer, and Pfeiffer has not been able to do all that much to stop him. Although it doesn't really matter because Pfeiffer's shields are actually really good. Our forward shield is still down, which is somewhat annoying, and we're not going to have any phasers when he actually pulls this pass in, which will be slightly irritating. And he managed to cut through that shield as well. Pfeiffer, can you just one-shot him? You have the phaser force to do so. Yeah, like that. And in fact, nope. Yeah, I think you got it. You handled it. You wanted to do a nice point-blank range shot, and I can appreciate that. We know how much firepower you can get out of that one. And we'll spend a couple more points just for repairs. We're going to circle around, come to his open shield side. He's not going to be able to stop us. I mean, he can try, but he'll fail. So coming around to this side, and get all his starboard side weapon he's firing. Pull around to the stern, and let's get them Gatling phasers just before we pull out of range. And we'll continue the turn. He's doing a speed of 8.2 at this point. Not really much of a danger. I think Pfeiffer's got him. You know, take the shot, Pfeiffer. Do it. Come on, stick him. Do I have to order you on the fleet screen? Because I'm fairly certain you're ready to go. Yeah, there they go. More weapons. Fire. That's what we needed. Just a little bit of extra boost. Managed to take out the rest of the convoy. And that's another convoy plundered. Or we would plunder it if the game actually let us plunder convoys, but it doesn't. It's only slightly annoying. So 256 prestige. Not too bad. And that's a tile neutral. So we now have 2 space station tiles that are stolen and ours. Quick check of the shipyard. I do kind of want that CX-1. Not gonna lie, I really do kind of want it. But I'm gonna keep saving. We're gonna keep saving because I want the Dreadnought. I want a huge Orion Pirate, well, I guess in this case Beast Raider, Dreadnought for us to take advantage of using. So we will now go to a, not shipyard, but a mission, and an asteroid base assault, which I suppose is an excellent thing for us to be going after. Pfeiffer's Song should do really well here, actually, because you can sit at reasonable range and just blink away. Red alert. Overload, and increase the speed of time. So we're actually going to focus on taking out their asteroid mining racketeering station, wherever they're doing. Their way station. And actually, no, this is a heavy cruiser and a light cruiser. Okay, so we've got an actual fight. This is not a pirate faction battle. This is an actual, official faction battle. So that's not good. Power screen. I need to sap enough power to get this ship underway. I want about 8 points of power in reserve. That'll do. That'll allow us to pick up enough speed. What kind of ships are we dealing with? We have an LB and an HDW M2, so an Alphabet Soup Destroyer, so you're not actually a light cruiser. And a Lord Bishop class, is that it? So does that mean you are equipped with heavy hellbores? I would fire a probe, but I don't have any. So I think LB is Lord Bishop. I think that is hellbore armed. If it's not, then good, because we'll be able to take better advantage of him. Although our own weapons are just a short range. The Fist of God, of course, is 3 fusion beams. So point-blank range right there as well. They have deployed their fighters, which is going to be somewhat annoying. 2 hellbores, 1 hits, and hits around to the back, which is not good. Pfeiffer's Song already has begun to engage the wrong target, because I want this dead first. For rather obvious reasons. At least I think they're obvious reasons. I could be wrong. They could be cryptic and unknowable. Alright. We're doing a 15. I think I want to cut the speed. Well, we are taking him on the nose pretty good. He's a fully balanced cruiser. So he's got the 4 hellbores and the 2 fusion beams, which is kind of exactly what you want for a ship this big. I think we're in a Lord Bishop in our Hydrogen campaign. Drop a mine. See if we can't cause a little bit of havoc amongst the fighters. And luckily, our shields actually held. I'm pretty surprised. I don't have any weapons to engage you with, so I'm going to go engage that and double my engine power right now. No, come back here. I want to steal you. Don't. Yes, I got you. Aha, you're not getting in there. Pull him away. He can't get away. We'll be able to kill him with phaser fire. Oh, looks like Pfeiffer is already pretty badly damaged. That's not good. I think we got all the fighters, so that's good. Let's keep on top of repairs, because we're now hurting ourselves pretty badly every time things happen. I'd like to get the shield stretched out a bit. We don't have to worry about power anymore. We are just aggressive as can be. So get ready with the Gatling phasers. He fired his. Now we can fire ours without having to worry about that. We'll pull on through. And we did not manage to take out his other ones. But as long as we stay on this side, we should be relatively safe. The Fist of God is about ready to be used once again. So we'll just keep going around here. And he has dumped a mine on top? Oh no, he deployed his own mine. Come on, all weapons. Fist of God. There we go. Target onto you. You're the HTW. You're my next target. And Pfeiffer, how badly do Ooh, Pfeiffer is not doing well. Oh, Pfeiffer, survive. We need you to live. He hasn't taken any internal damage, but his shields are pretty much gone, which is his main defense. I don't think he's as well armored as other fighters. Pick up the speed. We need the engine power. Let's come around in here, and we'll just take advantage of our superior's power. And I don't know which direction we were supposed to be traveling in, which actually could make this kind of complicated. I assume we're going to head left. We'll find out and think about it later. It's not super important. I mean, technically we should be worrying more about this, but then again, he doesn't have a whole lot of systems left. And fall on through. And he's still not quite dead yet, which, you know, pretty impressive actually. Although, you know, if you've got a shot, let's see, fleet. Nope, he doesn't have any weapons as of yet. He's currently recharging his heavies, and he has deployed his fighters, so we do need to kill this ship relatively quickly, because those fighters will hurt us. Keep the repairs going. We can't afford to fall behind on this. Patch. Hi, I could just fire all weapons into you, but that would be such a waste, because I just need to kill you, and you'll die also, and you're pretty much on your last legs. I need to get one good angle. More power. Give me full engine power here. Just need to curl right on in, because I need to hit one good shot. Phasers will fire at a range of 5 if they come around enough. They came around enough. All weapons. There we go. That took him out. Patch. Engines. Cut the doubling. We're still only a little bit damaged, so not bad. Alright, time to find an asteroid base. Increase the speed of time. And repair work. We're good on repairs. So, yeah. Let's go to sciences. Let's go to deep sky. Oh, nope, never mind. Don't need it. There's our asteroid base. Forward shield is being reinforced, I would hope. And Pfeiffer, please tell me that you're defending yourself as best as you can. Oh, this is actually going to be a problem. He's better armed than Pfeiffer is. I think this is how we do this. Okay, so we're gonna manually control Pfeiffer here. We're also going to slow down the speed of time just a little bit so we can set things up. So this is our heavy hards. And then we will go shield reinforcement. And I want this shield reinforced to the max. In fact, all the power you can muster into that. And we will currently deal 0 to 4 damage. So weapon 1 select. Apparently we're not in range. So we need to slowly get in range. And we'll increase speed time, because why not? Don't want to reveal my weakened forward shield that I can't fix. Okay, so we will start doing a minimum of 2 here. You know, just as soon as the game decides to allow me to fire. Why are you... Okay, slow down speed. Slow down the ship. We need reinforcement. And we're going to stop here. This is literally what we're going to do. We're going to stop right here with this shield facing him at a range of this distance. We're going to go to our electronic warfare system. We're going to say that we're going to go ECCM to 1. And we're going to increase the speed of time. We're just going to do this. Because why not? Safest thing to do, right? It's just going to take forever. Now we're currently on a defense shift of 2, which is actually kind of funny. And I will cut this down so that I can get their attack shift down to 0, because that's going to be important. Now we're just going to wait and plink away. Because we have shields and he doesn't, and that's the important thing here. This is going to take forever, but it'll keep us alive. And to be frank, Pfeiffer's song has taken way too much damage in this battle. I don't want to risk losing him. I know it's only 2 damage a pop, but it's something. If I had my forward shield back, I'd use that, but apparently we're not getting our forward shield back. Defenses. Are you seriously going to compete with me on this? Because I will beat you. Don't think I can't. He's seriously going to compete with me on this. There we go, he gave up. So we're maintaining a defense shift of 1, and we're knocking out his electronic warfare. Because I will go all the way to 6. Because we need to kill him. But yeah, this will be the slow way of doing it. Sadly, the only way I can foresee us doing this without, you know, breaking half the ship. Let's pick up a little bit of point of speed. I want to get kind of closer. Not too close, you know, but steadily bring it in. Hopefully increase the amount of damage that we'll deal here. eventually we'll start getting like serious amounts of firepower from the phaser. Phaser 4 will do an average of 1 damage from this range. Did 4, so that's just pretty good. Keep blinking away, steadily knocking him down. He's got a lot of armor. That's actually going to be a bit of a problem to deal with. Because once we cut through his armor, then things will start dying. But until then, it's just going to take a while. There's really no getting around that fact. This is just going to be a long siege. Although not as long as the one siege of that starbase we did the one time. Do you remember that? 'Cause I think it was like season 1 or 2, and we spent like an hour blasting at that starbase. Like, it got to the point where I literally stopped the recording and then started the recording again. Like, once we actually got some of that strength down. That was a long time ago. Continue to fire, just steadily, slowly. Don't reveal your weakened side. Because we really can't afford to fix you. As long as he continues to focus on Pfeiffer, we're safe. Because, you know, the Neuromancer is a tiny little ship. Not particularly powerful. At least not in this sort of engagement. Although this is a far cry from when we had Romulan campaign and we'd literally just come in and like, basically 1.5 shot these things. It was 2 shots, but you know, if we got it just right, we could kill them really easy. Just want to steadily curl on in as close as we can. As long as the shield's up, we'll be fine. As long as we don't travel too quickly, we'll be fine. Oh, that shield did kind of fall quite a lot. Just keep blasting away. Yeah, he's weakened our shield pretty considerably now. Just keep plinking. Keep trying to knock him down. We're going to wait for his shot. So that's why, because I wanted to make sure that we could fire and still have a good shield. And he'll get another shot in. Yeah, so that's the plan. We're now on a cycle where our phaser capacitor will finish charging before he has an opportunity to fire, which means we'll have our most powerful shield, which means we can basically bounce anything he's going to send our way. Again, not doing a ton of damage, just doing enough damage every time. And eventually he will, well, he'll die. Which is, of course, the plan all along. Hopefully we'll manage to hit something important, mainly the phaser 4. Because if we start taking out the phaser 4 mount, then we can just go on it. I mean, we're not getting our shields back, but it'll be something. Oh, we got something important there. So, a pretty big chunk of his health just disappeared, so I'm assuming we knocked out one of those phaser 4. Yeah, they're almost... Oh, that definitely... We took a piece of the phaser 4 out there. Why does the monster have probes and my light cruiser doesn't? That's what I want to know. We've almost got him at this point. We managed to take out most of his systems, and we will finally be able to put this station to rest, and hopefully that'll be a neutralized planet. At least that's my hope anyway. Keep blasting. Oh, there he goes. Phaser 4 is out. So now we just wait for probably 1 or 2 more rounds, and he'll be done for. 3 damage there. Another 8, 10, 12. Just gotta rack up enough damage to cause a critical to make him explode. And, nope, not quite. 6 more there. 13. He can't have much left, honestly. How many boxes do I have left to scribble in? Apparently at least 6 more. Alright, you've got no weapons. You have, I assume, no armor. You're basically a sitting duck. Surrender. I would order them to surrender if I thought it would do any good. Sadly, you can't, because it doesn't do any good. So we're just gonna steadily get on in range. And there we go, finally. Took a little while, but we managed to do it without taking too much damage to our own ships, although I imagine Pfeiffer needs quite the repairs. So we're gonna have to figure out exactly how much that's gonna be. As how much prestige is that one worth? Hopefully this amount? 262, that's okay, I guess. Did neutralize the tile, that's exactly what we were looking for, so we're gonna come in here, 102 points of damage on him, and for us a little bit, and we also need to buy some spare parts because we doubled the engine to take out the boss first, and just a super quick perusal through the shipyard. Is there ABCH2 or bigger? Does not appear to be. Sadly, that CX-1 just is sitting there taunting me. I don't know if I should get it, wonder what you guys think, if we should get that. Anyway, I've been Turek. If you like what you've been seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. If you want to receive a notification every time I release one of these videos, press that little bell icon, leave a comment, and I will see you all in the next episode.